We live in a culture that treats achievement as a survival skill. The relentless pace of modern life dictates that if you aren't constantly hustling, climbing, and conquering your next goal, you are falling behind. Somewhere along the way, we adopted a very specific philosophy for navigating this climb. We decided that the destination is all that matters. Cut corners, outmaneuver the competition, compromise your time or ethics. As long as it gets you the win, the method is justified. We measure these wins through highly visible external scorecards: the size of the bank account, the prestige of the job title, and the social capital we project. Yet the people who actually reach these finish lines rarely describe a state of lasting satisfaction. Instead, they report chronic burnout, persistent anxiety, and a lingering sense of emptiness right at the peak of their success. We have engineered highly efficient systems for achieving external milestones. But in the process, we have completely broken the internal mechanics required to actually enjoy them. To understand why this happens, we have to engage in honest self-talk. It is the only diagnostic tool capable of revealing why our hard-won trophies feel hollow. Most of us actively avoid this kind of introspection. We keep moving fast because slowing down forces us to confront an uncomfortable reality. The daily moral and personal compromises we make to get ahead are the exact things generating our anxiety. When you use deception, ruthless aggression, or even just chronic impatience to force your way up the ladder, those actions leave a residue. They condition your nervous system to remain in a perpetual state of conflict. The psychological exhaustion we feel isn't because we failed to achieve enough. It happens because the aggressive methods we use to climb actually poisoned the mental space where we plan to sit and enjoy the reward. This disconnect between what we achieve and how we feel is best explained by a concept that is frequently misunderstood: karma. In popular culture, karma is often treated like a mystical tally sheet or unavoidable fate. But in ancient Indian philosophy, karma operates as a strict, logical system of cause and effect. It is a behavioral physics equation. Every specific action you take generates a precise, corresponding psychological and material reaction. Hard work, focus, and patience are necessary inputs for this equation, but they are only part of the formula. Hitting your target is only half the karmic calculation. The precise intent and the ethical quality of the effort you put in will dictate what the outcome actually feels like once you possess it. Look at this portrait of Mahatma Gandhi. His life's work was deeply rooted in the Vedic philosophy of sadhya sadhan. This is the principle that there must be absolute alignment between your goal, the ends, and the method you use to achieve it, the means. You cannot plant a toxic, jagged seed and expect to grow a stable tree. The fruit carries the DNA of what was planted. Similarly, if you use exploitation or aggression to secure a position, the process infuses those exact qualities into the final achievement. You cannot extract tranquility from a system that was constructed using conflict. A compromised foundation will always produce a compromised result. The ultimate rule of sadhya sadhan is inescapable. The destination you reach always inherits the exact moral frequency of the journey you took to get there. This text is a page from the Bhagavad Gita. The verses here explicitly prioritize character building and the execution of righteous duty over the mere acquisition of power or territory. The victory lies in the conduct, not the conquest. This is the Kainchi Dham Ashram, a space built around the teachings of modern spiritual masters like Neem Karoli Baba. His philosophy bridged these ancient centuries to the modern day, emphasizing that an unbroken moral framework is the only reliable engine for producing a truly happy and prosperous life. Across millennia of philosophical thought, the consensus remains identical. True structural success requires an architecture built strictly on a foundation of nonviolence, an unwavering commitment to truth, and completely pure intention. Anything less will eventually collapse under its own weight. When a person commits to this level of alignment and refuses to compromise their methods for a quick reward, a distinct psychological transformation occurs. The traditional fear of failure begins to evaporate. When your primary metric for success becomes the integrity of your actions, the righteousness of the action itself becomes the victory, regardless of the external outcome. This creates a profound shift in mindset. You begin to trust that the universe provides what is best for your development. This trust systematically releases the human need to frantically, aggressively control every variable in your environment. True mental resilience is not the ability to force the world to bend to your will. It is the absolute, quiet trust in the purity of your own methods. The next time you face a difficult period or a high-stakes decision, remember this framework. Never compromise your character for a rapid, temporary win. Intentionally slow your pace. Observe your deepest intentions. When presented with an unethical shortcut, choose the harder, righteous path instead. Lasting success is not defined by finally clawing your way to the peak. It is defined by the unbroken inner peace you are able to carry with you when you finally stand at the top.